was creating. Uh, I don't know if you've ever heard of the ray gun or the Tesla technology harp. Maybe these things are all connected, but there's something called it's called the Hutchinson effect, and basically Jesse Ventura did a pretty decent episode about the ray gun and how potentially projected energy weapons were used on 9/11 to take down the towers. Like this, I think her name's Judy Woods. I'm not positive, but she did something about where did the towers go, and she made this pretty crazy case about these burnt cars, man, and like you'd be all this paper, nothing burnt, but then these cars would be all gnarled, but the parts of the car that weren't metal, like they weren't really touched. You know what I mean? It's and then this guy, this Hutchinson effect, they basically make this they use some kind of microwave to just destroy things, transmute them, cold fusion, non-radio active fusion, a different kind of fusion happens even. Z-pinch theory, I think it's called. That's something to do with it. Anyway, so you got this phenomenon going on here. These things, these undisclosed things, which the plans. It's kind of like Da Vinci. Da Vinci, in his time, he drew all these complex designs for machines that hasn't existed yet. The technology wasn't up to date with the man's designing skills. I mean, things macrocosm, microcosm, dude. I mean, they just keep showing up over and over again all throughout history. Just like I was saying about Einstein in another video, how it's just ahead of the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like just the fact that the rumor's out now shows you that they've had it for a long time, which they have. I mean, Tesla, that's all black and white. In black and white days. Telegram days. You know what I'm saying? They had literally the death ray. I heard the Japanese were working on a death ray. I heard the Russians made a zombie ray. And, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just like the old ninja tactic of letting your enemies call you demons and supernatural and superstitious. You purposely pass out rumors that invoke fear, and then it undermines your enemy's confidence over time, because it's the shell shock or the conditioned response, man. The dog hears the bell and it looks for food, basically. But now this is a different kind of subject, but possibly related. I was thinking, I watched these certain martial arts guys from China, or you could even say, someone we all would recognize. That's Mr. Miyagi. You remember when Mr. Miyagi rubs his hands together and then makes the pain go away so Daniel can finish the tournament. Okay, this. And then I seen another guy, his name was Dynamo Jack, and he could use his finger and he could touch people and like change the electrical current in their body. You know what I'm saying? And then there's the other guy. I've seen this one Chinese guy, and it was like his thing was like fire. He could like touch hot things and wouldn't get burnt. And but he also he took a piece of tinfoil and balled it up and sprayed water on it and then wrapped it in a paper towel. And he was somehow making that tinfoil, it turned white hot on the heat sensor. You know what I'm saying? So how did these guys do this? These dudes did this with no technology. But now they got machines that do kind of similar things. Like that Hutchison effect makes metal turn white hot, but yet it's not hot to the touch. You know what I'm saying? And these are like, it's like plasma. You know what I'm saying? It's charged field. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got the right condition, like a vacuum or something, or the right elements around, you'll see reaction. You know what I'm saying? And then this also brings me to think of the pyramid episode of Ancient Aliens. I mean, I only seen this episode one time, and then this was like they yanked it off. They never played it again because it kind of dropped some real stuff in it. It showed the Z-pinch energy field experimentation they were doing, and this was probably back in the 70s or 80s, okay? And they basically generated this field, and they had this metal pyramid, little one, probably about the size, put both your fists together, and they turned on this field, and this thing, it flew up in the air, and it was spinning in a circle, and it started spinning faster and faster, and it flashed and disappeared. I don't know if that was just a clever magic trick or if that was a genuine experiment somewhere, and they just deep sixed it because they don't want people seeing what the potentials are there. And they said basically that it went to a different dimension, or even in a different time. There's Albert Einstein again, in the time, the loop around the Earth. And you could jump from spot to spot, or wormholes, stargates, the spiral stargate sign, something spinning. All the points on that thing are going to be making a spiral motion, just like like stars. But it's crazy. There's a different element out here that's at play. It's in the electromagnetic realm, because it takes electromagnetic forces mixed in with some kind of elements, and then you get that weird state of the plasma state. And it talked about how this plasma, the dude who discovered it said it's like the blood. That's what he thought it looked like, and that's even where the word plasma in your blood comes from. Because what it is, it's just like meditation. If you sit still, everything settles. You know what I'm saying? Or salad dressing, you shake it up, the oil mixes with the vinegar. You know what I'm saying? But then you let it sit; they separate. But he was talking about when he could generate this plasma field, it was almost like the plasma field made this double layering effect, where one side was positive, one side was negative, but there's a double layer, and it repels things out of it. And I was wondering if this is the same thing that you're getting with when they do something called Iron Shirt Qigong. And this is where you do these breathing exercises, and it makes it so it's like you got on armor. Like people can't hurt you when they hit you. So I'm wondering, it sounds like the double layering and the Z-pinch, all that. Or, I mean, like, here's another thing. Like the Bhagwan, the spinning, spiraled movements. The way that you get plasma from blood, or even you could even separate genetic material if you spin fast enough. You know what I'm saying? You can separate things. So, in generating the torque and the spin and the centrifugal force, just like when they put your blood in this machine and it spins and it spins and it spins and it separates, you know what I'm saying, the plasma from the blood. Or something to that effect. Or if you let it sit long enough, like when it's out of the body, because in the body, your body's circulation is mixing the plasma in the blood. Anyway, it's already mixed. But maybe when you let it sit, they separate. But I mean, I'm just saying, this is all, maybe there's a connection. And then, I mean, even maybe it's even connected to these electromagnetic weapons that they got, these secret rays. Uh, I mean, and even if, if these bodies do have these overlooked components, or elements, like when they say your spirit or your soul, is this plasma based? You know what I'm saying? Maybe, potentially, and we just can't see it. People are, because there's something hidden. And if so, are these weapons, you know what I'm saying, what effect even more so do they have really on us? You know what I'm saying? All this electromagnetic interference and even plasma interference, or just, yeah, that electromagnetic component of everything. There's a big thing going on out here. I mean, there's the thing. We could say Wi-Fi don't exist because I can't see it. If there wasn't Wi-Fi, I wouldn't be talking on this thing, or I wouldn't be able to upload this video. So once again, just because you can't see it, look, the effects of it are all around you. You know what I'm saying? And here, and even is this wave and frequency, is this frying me? Is this cooking me that's sitting here? I mean, probably. But it's just so subtle, it's too subtle to perceive. Or maybe the effects are cumulative and they don't affect you until later on down the road, like radiation. So, but yeah, look into the electromagnetics, weaponry, and Hutchinson effect, death ray, Tesla technology, HARP. And then, biomagnetic electricity and qigong, and different qigong attributed abilities. Look into that, and then that Z pinch and the double layering effect. These things, there's a common thread in here, but just look, I lack the proper training or even education to really, really, really understand these things like I would like to, so I could present it to others more scientifically accurate. Or you know what I'm saying? But for now, it's just keep throwing rocks at the box, man, until knock some pinholes of light,